Drops of God is a new Apple Plus TV series which once again confirms that the Japanese are the last genuinely free storytellers. Based off a manga series written in the mid-2010s which radically changed the wine industry, turning small suppliers into overnight luxury brands, and shaping Japanese and Korean tastes in wine, it was the kind of hit that is hard to imagine amongst Western comics. Unsurprisingly, the Hollywood adaptation machine eventually got around to doing their own version. And this is where I must talk about my biggest criticism right up front: race and gender swapping.
I've seen this one. This is a classic.
In the West, we often complain of the white character becoming black or a straight character gay, etc., and fools will cry foul and accuse us of bigotry.
Wrong.
In reality, we just love the IP and want to see a faithful adaptation. And so too here does that complaint arise, for the lead character is no longer a Japanese man, as in the manga, but is instead a French woman. Given the success of Squid Game, I would have hoped that someone somewhere could have had the courage to say, you know, guys, maybe Asian actors can be a hit in the West.
Sheer fucking hubris.
This is my one gripe with the show, which otherwise is a very compelling and mature series that I thoroughly recommend. Crack open a lovely bottle of wine from the local gas station and let's see what Drops of God is all about. The series begins with Camille, a late 20s French woman, receiving news that her estranged father is going to die soon. He's the world-famous Alexandre Leger, a renowned wine critic whose understanding of liquid gold is the stuff of legends. He arranges for Camille to fly to Tokyo, where he's on his deathbed, but unfortunately passes away before she can arrive. Camille is placed in an unfamiliar environment where she must see to her father's Buddhist cremation and hear the reading of the will. It is at the will reading where stakes are revealed, for Alexandra has amassed a fortune worth $23 million, a beautiful mansion in Tokyo, and the world's greatest collection of wine. And he will bestow this on either Camille or his spiritual son, Esai, after the completion of numerous wine tasting tests.
Right.
Whoever successfully completes these tests will be able to take the fortune and in effect win the approval of the deceased man, whose force of will and sharp personality has established him as a godlike figure in their lives. The subtext is very rich in this case, as Camille and Asai serve as proxies for how man desires to connect with these mythic figures, and then how this desire results in human beings achieving excellence.
Right.
God, I wish I was a rich genius. The only thing I have going for me are my good looks, and I'm not yet desperate enough to whore myself out. Not yet, anyway. The tests require Camille and Asai to identify the grape, estate, and vintage from a wine which they blind taste. They have the chance to try the wine once, and then a month later will be called back to Alexandra's house in Tokyo to try it again and provide their answer. And so the series kicks off from here as various tests are placed before the two leads. The characters are all mature and well-rounded, with a great balance of humor and pathos and sensuality to keep you rooting for them all. Camille, of course, leads the series as Alexandra's daughter and is played perfectly by Fleur Giffray. She hits every beat you can imagine, ensuring that the audience sees her as a competent and relatable woman. There's no Mary Sue here.
I bypassed the compressor.
Instead, her incredible ability to break down wine into its components just by taste and smell have been simultaneously refined and repressed throughout her life. This ability was nurtured by her exacting father in childhood, lost through trauma after her parents' divorce, and then reignited through hardship and determination as an adult. She's a modern woman who gets an actual fucking character arc.
No way!
Isai, played by Tomohisa Yamashita, displays the Japanese stoic with great ease. But slowly the impassive black eyes fracture and we see a warmth and sorrow which really endears you to his journey. His family doesn't support his ambitions, and his mother has cuckolded and browbeaten his father, such that family dinners are a stony affair.
I've seen this one. This is a classic.
Isai's family are extremely wealthy and powerful members of Japan's elite, and the idea of the patriarch's grandson chasing the fancies of a wine fortune owned by a foreigner causes no amount of disagreement. This is a strong part of the show, as the familial drama grounds the series and ensures that you're not just watching characters tick off a checklist on their way to the finale. We come to care for the two main characters and see them as all too human.
No way!
Thomas, played by Tom Wisniewski, is the sexy Frenchman and Camille's love interest, who helps train her in the ways of an oenologist in the south of France. Now I know what you're thinking. Is there copulation in the French countryside?
Maybe.
What I will say is that I once hooked up with a German woman in the south of France. We were caught by an older French couple on a walking track while she was giving me a blowjob, and the old man, God bless him, just laughed and patted me on the shoulder as they walked past.
Right.
A fun element to Drops of God is how you get a basic understanding of the process which goes into making wine, so then you can start to act fancy at dinner parties, swirling and sniffing and spitting. The direction, cinematography, and editing are all executed professionally, and I have no reservations in saying this is what top-tier television looks like. If we had 10 shows like this coming out each month, across various genres, then you could guarantee all those angry YouTubers bitching incessantly would change their tune and start singing praises.
Have you ever heard the expression, the customer is always right?
France and Japan are rendered beautifully on screen. The mountains and trees of the European countryside and the lights, glass and steel of the great Asian city are expressed through numerous alluring images. These differences in space also help illustrate Isai and Camille's nature. One is deeply rooted to the earth, while the other experiences wine in a more clinical manner. Instead of simply talking about wine, the directors wisely create arresting visuals and showcase each flavor as a particular colored smoke bomb exploding within Camille's mind. And so they use sound, color, and dreamlike imagery to reveal the process of identifying and understanding each component. This transforms what could be a rather dull experience into something cinematic and rich with subtextual meaning. The act of wine tasting is not just carnal, it's also the vehicle through which self-actualization and the renewal of Camille's relationship with her deceased father can take place. Fucking hell, I love Japan. These mad lads wrote a manga on oenology and it works? Who does that? Who thinks that way? There's a connective tissue between the two leads as they both come from overbearing, high-achieving families who broke their hearts at a young age. So we can jump from one end of the world to the other, and yet the universal human threads are there to ground us in each culture. Camille and Isai both experience tremendous disappointment and heartache throughout the season, and you really grow to empathize with them and yearn for their success, even if you were neither Japanese nor female.
What? What's that? Say that again?
What? What the hell are you talking about? What?
It's very refreshing when you see something like this instead of the usual identity politics crap. Human beings can empathize with anyone. You just need to write something which is genuinely humane instead of the faux compassion of a political ideology. Between Drops of God and Silo, I can safely say that Apple Plus have earned their subscription fee this year. While neither show is exceptional, they are extremely well made and mature and exactly what good television ought to be. I highly recommend you check out Drops of God, and thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe.